This is Anthony with True Diamond Heart. Continuing our video series on divine healing. Okay, so what we should do first is just discuss meditation. The next video, we'll do meditation. Meditation is indispensable. You will meditate, maybe not now, maybe not in 1,000 years, but you'll eventually meditate. Meditation needn't be anything especially formal, but it is what I like to call a stillness practice. Now, silent prayer can be meditation. Sitting in nature and just being open and letting this constellation of thoughts and feelings that enters the meditation slowly and gently either fade in the experience of the grandness of your consciousness, and or allowing it to play out its seemingly omnipotent storms in the space of your sky, eternal, boundless consciousness. So there are two things that meditation does do for us. Meditation gives us the experience and the expansion of our consciousness, the experience of expanded consciousness, and helps us expand our consciousness and bring that into our everyday lives, that healing into our everyday lives. And it's also a space for actual healing. The first several years that I was meditating seriously, I was looking for peace. Sitting, find peace, be at peace, get rid of the thoughts. Sometimes struggling as I learned to not struggle, so on and so forth. Peace, 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 peace. Open space, joy, connection to the divine, connection to the universe, to everybody and everything. Lovely. Then after about 5 or 6 years, I was driving and someone cut me off and I said, what I always said at that point, I'm a spiritual guy, I don't react to such things. But I noticed that what had happened was I got angry and I suppressed the anger like this. So fast I fooled myself, like we always fooling ourselves. It was like that. I was reactive. And my newfound sense of identity, to be a spiritual guy is no different from being a sports guy. It's no different from being a political guy. It's no different from being a drug guy. It's just an idea of self. To be truly a spiritual person is to start losing the ideas of self. Yeah, you still have all these things that you do, but I saw at that moment that my idea of self, and by the way, the meditation had enough sincerity in over those years that I was able to get to the point where I was able to see that, what we're doing is we're creating a new identity. And yet, while that new identity, to be able to see that there was a creation of identity was a tremendous evolution, right? So we didn't lose anything by those 5 or 6 years, that we got to the point where we could see the self-deception. And from that point on, I started more and more, I'd say, I can't tell you what proportion, but there were several years there where the majority of my meditation was processing, meaning I would sit and I would feel bad. I would feel bad. I would feel anxiety. That's the primary thing that I personally, you'll have your primary things, whatever they are. Anxiety and other things, but anxiety was my thing. I still have it, but less, a lot. It's just a totally different animal. Plus, it's just dying. It's being starved. Because that's what we're doing in meditation. We sit there quietly and we watch, for example, anxiety or whatever it is that comes up for you. And you watch it without fighting it. You just watch it. You accept it. I don't feel good now. It's okay if I don't feel good now. Yes, meditation is to feel good. And of course you have those moments of peace and transcendence and joy and beauty. And that helps to keep you going and keep you motivated, and also permeates your life. But you're also, one is also processing. A woman in her 80s, young 80s, but in her 80, 81, 82, was speaking to someone I used to know. And she told her that she meditates to house clean. Couldn't say it any better. She's house cleaning. So meditation has these two purposes. It's the transcendent, motivational, and experiential, bringing and experiencing an expansion of the light in our lives and in our experience and in our consciousness and our motivation and on all levels. And it's also house cleaning. There will be times you might feel bad, but that's very productive. If you can be in meditation and allow these things to come up and not fight them, allow them, because they're not real. My anxiety is not real. Whatever caused it is gone. Yes, the world is full of anxiety. Do you see that heart right there? Isn't that interesting? There's a little heart right there. It's beautiful. The anxiety is simply the reality, and that storm has been playing and raging, and then it got a little bit less and less and less until it's almost gone. It doesn't have, because I just watched it without fighting it, and I allowed the healing truth of simple consciousness to heal my little personal experience, my little personal universe. And it does it automatically, just by sitting still, sitting in stillness practice. And when you pray, if you're going to do prayer and stillness practice, your prayer is, God, help me, God, guide me, and then be quiet. Don't talk to God at that time, or to love, or to the universe. This is stillness practice. We spend all of our time telling the universe and the God and love what to, oh God, help me do this, make that happen, do this. Oh, this is be still. Stillness practice means being still. And when it's noisy, because it's not easy to be still, we are still in our noisiness. Yes, I sit in meditation still, and there'll be chaos. I now still will sit in meditation hard. The word has different meanings. And there will be the chaos of thoughts and feelings. And now I've had enough experience. I sit there and I say, welcome thoughts and feelings. To the extent that then I get lost and I forget, and then I remember, yes, we are conscious of thoughts and feelings and chaos. Magnificent. And that robs them of their power immediately and over time. How and when? Again, surrender, let go. Be still. Be still and know. Be still and know I am. Be still and know I am God. Whew. Stay with us.